Hey, what up, what up, what up? I'm Jeremy. Welcome to Esteem's YouTube channel, and this is the One Page Book Club where I'm going to be reading Succeeding Against the Odds by John H. Johnson. Now, with the One Page Book Club, the focus is to blindly open up a page in this book, and then we're going to read it, and then I'm going to break down the key takeaway, and please share with me in the comment section below a key takeaway for you as well. And so I hope that this resonates with you. This is a book from my personal collection, as all of them are with the One Page Book Club. So with this, I hope you get something out of it as much as I did. Let's do the blind open. So I'm going to stop. All right. Now this is the color of change from one president and one Johnson to another. Okay, I'll start at the beginning of this. It says, it was getting in the way of the progress he was trying to create for blacks and playing into the hands of those no good bleep, bleep, bleep son of a bitches who hated Lyndon Johnson and Negroes. He went on like this for about 30 minutes without giving me a chance to say one word, and most of the words he used about his critics couldn't be printed. When he paused for a breath, I said, well, Mr. President, what do you want me to do about it? He said, I want it stopped. I said, it's stopped. He paused, stunned. Just like that? I said, just like that. I told him I had to review the stories and that some of them were obviously unfair. The problem was that our people were Kennedy people who resented the fact that Kennedy was dead and that somebody was trying to take his place. So I told him I would make sure that he got fair coverage in our magazines. Well, he said, now that that's over, why don't you and I pose with a copy of Jet? I said, gee, Mr. President, I don't have a copy of Jet. He pulled a copy out of his pocket and said, I just happen to have one. And the photographer was called in to record two Southerners, one black, one white, holding up a copy of Jet. What impressed me about President Johnson was his persuasiveness. If he hadn't committed himself to politics, he would have made a master salesman. He'd always pull his chair up close to you and talk to you in a soft voice, looking you straight in the eyes. I mean, it was almost like he was making love to a woman. He made love to the people he was trying to convince, and it was hard to say no to anything he asked. After our first meeting, we became friends, and I was invited to the White House so many times I was embarrassed to tell my friends. At most dinners, I was seated next to the president. When Thurgood Marshall was appointed Solicitor General of the United States, I was sitting next to him, and he said, now, Mr. Johnson, I've just appointed Thurgood Marshall Solicitor General. You're a bright young man. I'm sure I don't have to tell you why I did that, do I? Okay, well, there we go. That was dope. Man, I love the way John H. Johnson always carries himself. He carries himself with such tact, with such direction and like smoothness. Like to be right there next to the president, the man's going off on you about how he's being seen in your magazine, and then you simply say, it stopped, just like that. And he was taken back. He was like, just like that? And he just like that. And, you know, to see that the people was mad and hurt that the fact that Kennedy died and someone was taking his place was really the attitude that they had in the book, and that he was willing to rectify that for the president. The new president was incredible, and the president had a copy of Jet on him in his pocket, ready to take a photo, which was incredible. And the fact that John H. Johnson was prepared and honest with how he felt about the president, and saying that he was persuasive and that he would have been a master salesman, and he spoke to you and looked you straight in the eyes as if he was making love to a woman. That's a very detailed way of seeing another man and how he appreciates and values you. So the fact that he can see that kind of characteristic in another man and be grateful for it says a lot about his character and who he is. So as always, man, give it up to your boy, John H. Johnson, Jet and Ebony magazine and more. Vanity Fair just did so much for the consumer market, the black market, and so much in between. And so I'm grateful for them, but this is Succeeding Against the Odds. This is the one-page book club. Let me know in the comment section below, what was your key takeaway? What did you find most appealing or most rewarding from that read? And then also too, suggest books below that I cop and that I read as well. And this is Succeeding Against the Odds. This was the one-page book club. I'm Jeremy for UHSTEEM. If you want your copy of Daily, which is your roadmap to intentions and accountability, make sure you go to UHSTEEM.com, which is UHSTEEM.com. Remember, it starts with you. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. It starts with you. Thank you.